Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Hellblade. It's next morning. We'll continue on. So, yeah, we just finished the Bridge of Hell section, so... yeah, it's been a full day. I do work later today. I'm literally just gonna record one episode. I'm literally recording one episode right before work. Recording right before having to log into work. Yeah, I just decided why not. Have some coffee. Fucking tired, but whatever. Yeah, so I'll record one episode here. I don't know if I'll record tonight or not. We'll see. Yeah, as I said, I do work pretty much all day today and tomorrow. I am hoping that well, Monday I do work, but not as it shouldn't be as okay. Wait, where am I going? Yeah, it shouldn't be as bad until later in that day. Then I work Wednesday, but that should be a pretty lax day. So, yeah, I mean, really, it's today, tomorrow. That's gonna be the big ones. And it's not last recorded. It does seem like I am going to be having after. I've talked about this before. How the current job that I'm working is going to be done at the end of the month. So I have been able to get my old part-time job back for a little while after that.
She was not in a good place.
So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, just until coronavirus is done, hopefully, and then after that, look for the job that I plan on staying at, and then find my own place and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, until coronavirus is done, or at least again, not done, but at least until society is back open, pretty much things are on hold there.
Like this one. Barren and lonely.
I am wondering if I should because I do know there are companies that are doing online interviews and stuff. I am wondering if maybe I should just go for that, try to go for that. But it's what company's hiring right now? It feels really weird to. Maybe I should start looking, but I mean, if I do, I probably won't do it until at least Tuesday. But anyway, yeah, today's gonna suck. Tomorrow's probably gonna suck too. Got a lot of stuff going on. But whatever. Can we run? Oh, we can run. Oh, I was thinking we couldn't run this entire time. Yeah, I've been pretty relaxed this Hellblade playthrough, but I think we'll start picking it up on Monday. Again, I don't know if I'll record tonight or not. Even if I do, it'll probably be 1 or 2 episodes because I have to get up early tomorrow. And then on.
She remembers the first time she saw him.
Oh, I'm an idiot. And then on so Sunday night's really gonna be the next opportunity I to record for more than 30 minutes or so. I don't know even then how much I'll record, so we'll see on Monday. I don't know, but either way, I mean, we're supposedly nearing the halfway point in the game already. Probably after this section. Maybe a little bit. I don't know, because I did see the guide. So from what I remember is that this is the end of the the pathway to hell sort of section of the game.
And one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword.
And then
a gift to whomever can release it.
yeah, after this is I don't remember exactly what it is, but it was 4 trials or something. And after those trials, there's 3 sections after that. So I guess really those trials, probably halfway through those trials, it's probably the halfway point in the game, or maybe after having done 1 of those trials or so. But either way, I mean, yeah, obviously the goal is still to probably have this done on Wednesday
Sigurd
or so.
captures Sigmund and his brothers,
So,
steals his coveted
another thing,
sword,
I did start editing my
and readies them for execution.
one-time player video, Survivor, non-winning one-time player. What the fuck? I got like about a third of the video. It's funny, I got about a third of the video done, and I just finished the honorable mentions. Like, literally, the honorable mentions is over 15 minutes long. It's like, what the fuck was I thinking when making... I'm not gonna cut it now that I've already fucking recorded these things. But still, it's like, it's funny that I actually went 15 minutes. And to be honest, I don't even know, like, I mean, there's probably people here and there to cut, but I mean, for the most part, I felt like most of the people there were worth mentioning. I mean, I think maybe like Kenny, I could have cut. Taj, I could have cut. Who else? I mean, I think like Marty, I could have cut, because Marty was more so just, I love Marty, so I wanted to mention him, but like I didn't think he wasn't anywhere close to making all this, but yeah, I definitely went way too long on those honorable mentions, but fuck it, whatever. So because the video itself is going to end up being over probably around 45 minutes or so, we'll see. I mean, I don't know, maybe like I didn't talk about the people on the list as much as I thought, which is funny because, you know, like I talked about like I think like Chrissy and Ryan, like I talked about them for a good chunk of time. Oh, we have to actually push on it. Let's put them down. So now. I could talk a lot about what was it, about Chase and Sash and Holly. Like there were just people I talked so much about that in retrospect I should have cut that down, but whatever. So I got to Hayden. It was like, I think at that point it was like 7:35 or something, and the sequester start, BBUS versus BB Can start at 8. So I was like, you know what, yeah, let's just stop here for today. Obviously I could have recorded more, but I just felt like that was a good break off point. So I stopped that, and then, yeah, BBUS versus BB Can. That went until 2 o'clock in the morning last night. And even beyond that, I stayed up a bit later to finish listening to Taryn Armstrong's recap of it. And that was really fun. I mean, it wasn't... I have a lot of issues with it. Like, okay, where am I going? I don't like the twists, a lot of the twists that were involved. Again, I know sequester there's a twist every round, that sort of stuff, but it's like, have better twists. I mean, some of these twists are just terrible, and like the tethering twist, the fucking the return, having the people return that were dragged out of the game, like that was just ridiculous. What am I doing then? Go back down? No. Yeah, that was just terrible. What other ones? Like having the person with the no, not most even votes. What was the other one? No, with the fewest votes. Having that so early in the game, pretty much guaranteed a wheel, and that was terrible. And losing Andy that early to the wheel was just devastating. I felt like I felt like by it was just, like I thought there were a lot of just like brutal eliminations. I mean, earlier on, Rachel going home, getting dragged by Jesse. Initially, I thought that was brutal, and then I realized the context where it turned out that Rachel played her LOS on Andy to save Andy, and because of that, Jesse goes home, and Jesse drags Rachel. And when Jesse had been talking about the entire time that he was going to drag Rachel. Incredible. I think that's incredible in retrospect. I think the U.S. versus Canada divide was a lot bigger than I thought. Like I really thought that it was just gonna be like kind of a throwaway thing, but it really dictated the season. I mean, really, if it wasn't for that, I mean, because of that, so many BB Can people were targeted early, especially after they got the initial numbers there, where everyone just agreed to get rid of Kirsten. It was just BB Can after BB Can after BB Can. I mean, it was Jesse, and then Andy went out by the wheel, but then after that, I believe they all agreed on Liza, right? I mean, like a lot of people agreed on Liza, and then after that, it was just a slaughter after that. Well, like Karen went out in that really weird vote where Maddie ends up flipping. A lot of it being due to her not really understanding what was going on. Like where she thought Canada had the numbers anyway, so she decided to flip just so her vote wouldn't be revealed to who were they voting for? To Tiffany? I forgot. Whatever, to whoever they were voting for, and that was fun. Tiffany was weird on this season. I felt like Tiffany. Again, there were a lot of like iffy things with Tiffany. Like I would not be like a lot of people were claiming Tiffany was cheating, and I would not be surprised if that was the case. Ovi was a lot of fun. I really loved watching Ovi. I mean, it was a fun night. I mean, it's just I felt like there were a lot of knocks against it too, though. But overall, I did have a lot of fun. I think the RHAP one was a lot better. I thought the gameplay in that was a lot better. There were a lot of, I think more people knew what was going on. I felt like the sequester one, there were a good chunk of people there that just like had no clue how to deal with these twists and what to really do with it. I think in retrospect, maybe they should have dumbed it down. It seems like they turned it up for US versus Can. I think they should have done the opposite. I think the RHAP one had a good like mix of twists where it would go from like a major one to a like kind of lesser one and then back and forth. I felt like this one was just kind of like a whole bunch of major ones at the beginning, and then at the end it was a lot of like minor ones, and I just felt like it was just terrible that way. And I mean, the end game was really fun. I thought the end game was fantastic. I'm from the final 8 on. I'm really final 9.
You can't put it
even the Rachel round, where Rachel Swindler goes home, is pretty fun too.
When you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you.
I mean, even the round before that too, because that's when Ovi found out he was being targeted, right? Yeah, so that was fun too. So I mean, there were fun rounds. I mean, the Anthony boot was like really, like, I mean, there were some shocking boots. Like James boot was shocking. Anthony boot just came out of nowhere. I mean, at that point, obviously, BB Can people were being targeted. The thing is that everyone thought it was Hamza, and Hamza played as LOS. But it seems like, who also plays LOS? Ovi, right? Yeah, the other ones were targeting Ovi, and plays LOS, so it seemed like the leftovers kind of, like maybe like a vote or two went on to Anthony. Probably Tommy, because I believe that was the round where they were having that endurance challenge, and Tommy and Caitlyn didn't get to talk to anyone.
They will never let him go.
I'm never gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
Yeah, I thought Alex Willett played pretty well in the entire way. I thought she was a worthy winner. I mean, she did make a misstep at the final 4, but it ended up working out for her. Yay, it's storming. That's lovely. But I do think overall she played pretty well. Hopefully I don't lose power today. Oof. That'll be a pain, but because if you can't tell by the fact that my contract's ending soon, I do have a deadline to meet. So yeah, not great if I lose power today.
You're alone in these mountains. Is that Lydia? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
Yeah, and to be honest, I just wanted to record this just to talk. I don't really care about how much progress we make in the game. But it would be nice if we get through this section. Because from what I remember on the guide, because yeah, I did take a quick look at this section yesterday, like right after looking up the whatever, the last section, the bridge to hell or whatever, that I believe this is mostly, like, there's no real combat in this section. It's really just a setup for the next big section of the game, which are those trials. So what else do I want to talk about? Yeah, I thought Alex played pretty well. I mean, I thought Hamza was a fun underdog. I mean, I don't think he played for the really long. I mean, I know a lot of people online are like, oh my god, he was robbed and stuff. And it's like, he just simply didn't play that great. I mean, I know people keep on saying that. This is, I mean, I've talked about this a lot. People say, oh my god, they faced so much adversity and they got to the end. It's like, well, they shouldn't have faced that much adversity to begin with if they were really a great player. I mean, they're within a contained space, and obviously, like with Sequester and even Survivor Big Brother and stuff, there are twists involved. But if we look at but it's still a self-contained space that a lot of the results are dictated by the actions or non-actions of the people involved. And if we look at Hamza, the reason why he became on the bottom, it wasn't due to twists. I mean, you can argue certain things. I mean, like Kevin going home was, at the time that he did, was largely due to Rachel Riley coming back at that point and straight out targeting Kevin, and him having, and it's also funny that he had 2 LOSs and didn't play them. And that Karen vote was really fun though. I mean, like Karen overall last night was really fun.
Pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead.
Who else is there? Matt was really fun. Matt and James Ryan, both of them were pretty fun. Kind of like reminded me kind of like a Chill Town sort of dynamic. Though I do think James started to play relatively poorly at that towards the end of his run there, where I think he made it too plain to Ovi that he was like, that essentially he didn't trust him anymore. I think that's a lot of what led to his downfall, from what I understand. Again, it's still Orion cutscene. Okay, it's still kind of tough to. Tell exactly what happened there because Quester doesn't reveal the votes. So it's still not super clear what happened there. And like that's another thing that surprised me, is that when Derek went home, is that like I was thinking that Derek went home by a lot of votes, because it seemed like all the Americans were going after Derek, but then like Audrey revealed afterwards that Derek only got 4 votes. So did they actually flip on Tiffany, but then Tiffany just simply didn't had an odd number? And I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of things in Sequester that I am kind of disappointed that we don't get to see the votes, because I think it would be a lot of fun.
Is Gram. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion.
It's like she's looking directly at the audience.
It is said
Or the player,
the
I
great
guess.
warrior will reforge Gram by answering the trials of Odin, one shot. The roots of the tree of death will take you to new lands, where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it. It's the metal runestones. Find it. The metal. The runes.
So are these the trials?
Go to the shard.
So we still have a sword for these?
Where is it? Find it. There it is. Focus. Focus. Focus.
So are these going to be like really long things or really short things? Because I was thinking that these were going to be like really long things, like those last 2 sections.
And bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be
we'll
the
see.
death of a man every time it was drawn. And it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this man. Where are we?
That's what my mom's home. So
It feels wrong. Where are we now?
that looked nice.
Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary. Inevitable.
as if we conspired.
Yeah, I'll start with the sequester. That was just a lot of fun. I mean, I was rooting for BB Can most of the way through, and it's a shame that a lot of them got taken out early. I mean, to be honest, by the that middle stretch of the game was just so slow to me. That's kind of a big problem I have with this, because the end was fantastic and like the beginning was really fun to see all these characters interact. But I think like from the point that Andy leaves till the point that Andy leaves until probably the James boot, I think is a pretty slow stretch. Though I do think there's a couple fun like highlights in between. Obviously the Karen boot and then the Anthony boot. I think was pretty fun, where he's loyal to the soil, so he takes out Tiffany.
I'm here for the
Which at that point I was pretty anti-Tiffany, so I like to see that. It was pretty fun. Because I mean, Tiffany, like, I'm surprised Tiffany didn't have more of a target coming into that. I mean, I think she did, but like the fact that she was able to avoid that for that long, I mean, I think you gotta give her at least some credit for that. But she still really annoyed the shit out of me on that season.
Where's he gone? How did you let him go?
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me? Just wait there. I'll find you.
How could you lose? How could you find him?
What am I doing then? Yeah, I don't know what we're doing, and to be honest, I don't know if I really care enough to do it this episode anyway. He will find you in your sleep.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
She has to keep going. It's not safe here. She has to keep going. If you go down there, no one can save you. It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader.
I kind of want to end the episode soon, to be honest, because there's a couple things I want to do before I start work. So it's probably for better if I do end around here. I want to wait until at least the 25-minute mark, because I usually don't go lower than 25. Yeah, we might record tonight, might not. I'm not gonna bank on it.
After passing through the
Oh, that's another thing I should mention, is that last night, or was it this morning? I don't remember fucking anymore. But at one point, I took a look at my YouTube channel. Actually, yeah, I think it was last night, because now I think about it, I haven't checked my YouTube channel. Actually, check, you know, or we're gonna end in a second, but, ooh, I had a good amount of subscribers last night. It's not bad. Revenue's still shit. Then I think, did it not? You know, my report revenue for the last, like, 2 days aren't fucking coming in for some reason, but whatever. Yeah. What's the MC video at? Okay, that definitely slowed down, but still above my Amazing Race video. That's 756, so I think that's still pretty successful for a non-reality TV video. That's pretty good. Yeah, I was like looking through my videos last night, and there's some videos that, like, I mean, I think this happens all the time, really, but there's some videos that just, like, out of nowhere just start getting a lot of views. Like, a lot of my older Assassin's Creed videos just start getting some views, and like my AC Origins videos is at over 1,000 views now. Fate of Atlantis is at over 1,000 views. Lost Tales from Greece is over 900 views. It's like, where the fuck are these videos getting views from? First of Africa winner ranking got a couple hundred views recently. I think, what was it, my idol play for International Survivor got like 1,000 views in the last week or something. It's like, where the fuck are these videos getting views from? But whatever, cool, I guess. I mean, it's weird, but fine. But yeah, that's it. We'll end here. Next episode we'll go ahead and continue on. But for now, thank you for watching.